Sayın seyirciler, İslam'ın batıda katı ve çağ dışı bir din olarak gösterilmeye çalışılmasına rağmen Müslümanlığı tercih eden insanların diğer dinlere ilişkin sorgulamaları, yaşantılarındaki çelişkiler ve samimiyetsizlik önemli mesajlar taşıyor. Hem İslam dünyası hem de kendi toplumları için. Diyanet TV Haber'in Amerikalı muhtedilerle ilgili haber serisine Dimple Manesh ve Dana Sanchez'le devam ediyoruz.
Before I got to college, I was taught that Islam was very oppressive, especially to women. I didn't know much about it, but I was told by my family in school that oh, men just make women wear the headscarf and to keep them in line or something like that.
Batı'da Müslümanlara ilişkin ön yargıların başında İslam'ın kadına verdiği değer geliyor. Yanlış ön kabulleri aşarak İslam'la şereflenenlerse yaşadıkları dirilişi en yakınlarına dahi anlatmakta zorlanıyor.
So, for the most part, all my friends that are my age and all my teachers, they were shocked, but they were accepting and they loved it. But my family was not the happiest. My mom still does not think that this is good. I'll put that in nice words. And yeah, my mom's very Islamophobic and she's very scared of that. My dad was at first, but he's started to become better about it. And a lot of my mom's family is still not into that.
I really struggled with putting on the hijab. It was something that I thought, I live in Texas, so it was something that I thought was going to be really hard. I had heard of friends who had had their hijabs pulled off, and I thought it was going to be scary. I thought it was going to be dangerous to live as a hijabi, and that was one of the things that terrified me. But I had a conversation with my best friend, alhamdulillah, and she said, you know, who should we want to please the most? Who should we fear the most? Who should we seek the most acceptance from, and for all the answers, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so I was like, when you put it like that, it's not that hard to wear hijab, alhamdulillah. And so I soon after that I took my shahada, alhamdulillah.
1 yıl önce Müslüman olan ABD'li Dana Sanchez, yıllarca İslam karşıtı yanılgılar içerisinde olan bir toplumda İslam'ı seçtikten sonra Müslüman kimliğiyle yaşanan sıkıntıları daha net anlayabiliyor.
But I did have one encounter with the Department of Motor Vehicles where I have to get my driver's license, and I got in an argument with the lady because she wanted me to take off my hijab to take my picture for my license, and that was weird to me, but that's...
My friends and my really close friends and even other Muslims, alhamdulillah, they had the most loving reaction. It was, mashallah, it was wonderful. My family, some of them they still don't know. My dad still doesn't know. And I was a little bit afraid to tell him, but right now I'm not telling him because my mother's asked me to, so out of respect for her, inshallah, when she's comfortable enough, inshallah, I'll tell him. But for the most part, it's been a positive response. My mom she was a little bit shaky on it, and I think she still thinks it's a phase, but alhamdulillah, she's not combative or anything about it. So, and my sister's very supportive, alhamdulillah.
Yaşadıkları zorluklarda hep Kur'an'a sarılmışlar. Sığınakları Allah'ın kelamı olmuş.
I can't say that I have anyone that has influenced me the most, just because every time I learn a new surah, every time I read a new surah, right now I'm working on memorizing al-bayina, and subhanallah, I don't have a favorite. I can't have a favorite. They are all very, very dear to my heart, alhamdulillah.
Honestly, I think one of the more important ones to me is actually Al-Baqarah. You probably don't hear that much, but I was thinking about that, and I recite Ayat al-Kursi minimum 10 times a day. It's very important to me, and this is where the Quran starts, and it tells you how you should live your life as a Muslim, and I think that's important.
Amerika Diyanet Merkezi tarafından Türkiye'ye davet edilen mühtedilerden Dana Sanchez ve Dimple Manesh, İslam'la tanıştıktan sonra özel dünyalarında nasıl bir değişim yaşadıklarını da anlatıyor.
Sizi burada görmek ve buluşmaktan çok memnun olduğumu ifade etmek istiyorum.
What affected me most to become Muslim? Subhanallah. I was going through a very, very tough time in my life. I had just left home very suddenly, very dramatically, and my family and I weren't talking. And I was going through a very, very sad period in my life, and Islam saved me, subhanallah.
My entire life changed. I felt like just better, like I felt less angry. You know, I dressed different, obviously, and I started just paying more attention to like myself and like how I am as a person, and even things like how I eat, like how I exercise, and and how I treat people. Like I really started paying attention to how I act towards others, and I started worrying less about how other people acted towards me, which I think was important.
İslam'la şereflendikten sonra Diyanet İşleri Başkanlığı ve Konya Büyükşehir Belediyesi aracılığıyla Türkiye'ye gelerek Ankara, Konya ve İstanbul'da misafir edilen, Türkleri yakından tanıyan Dimple ve Dena, mümin kardeşlerinin sevgisini yakından hissetti.
I really enjoy Turkey. It's beautiful. And the people here are so nice and warm, and they really, like, everyone I've met really does represent Islam. So I think it's a very good representation of a Muslim country from what I've seen. Like when we were in Konya, everyone was very warm and welcoming. And here in Istanbul, like we just met some ladies upstairs when we were praying, and they were just like so excited to see us. They were very welcoming, and I love it here. It's great.
Turkey is, mashallah, it's beautiful, it's warm, it's kind, the people are just absolutely wonderful, and they embody, we were in Konya for a while, and they embody Islam to such an extent you want to spread it, you want to let the rest of the world know this is what Islam is, alhamdulillah. And I think they do, I think Turkey has done a really good job. Inshallah, may Allah guide Turkey and the entire Ummah, inshallah, to spread Islam for its true form.